Councillor Brooks.
Thank you, Lord Provost. My amendment today could have easily adopted points 2 and 3 of the administration's proposal. However, the reason I could do that so easily is that right at the very start, as far back as February 2024, it was the Conservative group's proposal to pay homeowners pre-RAAC value for their properties, thus giving homeowners fair and just recompense for the issues that ultimately originated from this City Council. That has been our position from the start, aptly promoted in our group by Councillor for Torry and Ferry Hill, Councillor Kuznia. But, Lord Provost, it has sadly taken this SNP LibDem administration a disgraceful 20 months to come to the same conclusion as ourselves. This rudderless administration has once again U-turned at great cost and loss to the public. Buckling under pressure, they have now defaulted to the Conservative approach to fully support homeowners affected by RAAC, to in effect give them the pre-RAAC valuation. It's only taken them 2 years, Lord Provost, to come to agreement with us. All you had to do was listen to the people in the first place and do what was right by them. But listening to the people of Aberdeen appears not to be within the gift set of this SNP Liberal Democrat coalition. Instead of grandstanding for almost 2 years on this, with untold excuses from councillors Radley, McClellan, Allard, Ewell, you could have saved the immeasurable suffering of the residents and listened to the public, taking up the proposal for pre-RAAC valuation from the very start, rather than adopting it now, 20 months later. And now, many residents are ill with long-term anxiety and stress because of this administration's mismanagement and low prioritisation. The excuses from the administration were extraordinary, as if we hadn't faced the same circumstances before, when buying residential houses to make way for the AWPR. They received overvaluation price then, because it was the right and just thing to do for the people. So why did it take so long to do the same thing for the people of Torry? So before the SNP, Lib Dems, pat themselves on the back and start their lap of honour in front of the press, let me remind you all that these homeowners are real people, not numbers. They are real people with real lives. Let's consider Sheila and George MacDonald, who had been married over 50 years. When this RAAC issue came up, they became ardent campaigners against the council, searching for a fair and just solution. But as time went on, Sheila went downhill with stress and anxiety over this very situation, and finally, very sadly, passed away in May, in the very house she was trying to save. I visited George MacDonald on Sunday night. He told me his story. He said he'd had enough. It sounds like this delayed SNP LibDem proposition has come too late for George and Sheila, and God only knows how many others. Your dithering over this decision has ruined countless people's lives. I met with the Tory Community RAAC campaign group this weekend, and over 2 hours we looked at options from crowdfunding to judicial reviews. I heard their stories. Some are harrowing. The situation had become desperate with various break-ins in fly tipping. And Dr. Adrian Crofton from the Tory Medical Group said, and I paraphrase, that you can mark out the long-term health effects this saga has had on the people of Balnagask. It's not a good look for you, SNP or Lib Dems. And I would say this to them, Lord Provost. You have failed to deliver for the people. You have held our people in limbo for far too long. You have destroyed their hopes, the very essence of their lives. You have stolen their vision of a better life, a good retirement. It's sad and it is shameful. You cannot just wash your hands of what you have done to these people. You could have sorted this out from the very start. And this council administration owe homeowners an apology. No one needed to grow ill, weary, or die through your callous dithering. Some of you here will have to carry the guilt of real suffering you have caused for many years to come. Do not be mistaken. This SNP-led administration once again has brought this council into disrepute, and you have condemned yourselves with your mixed messaging and mismanagement. It's no one else's fault. Let's be absolutely clear. You, and only you, are accountable. Lord Provost, I ask for your good grace to indulge me at this end with my last minute to honour George and especially the late Sheila MacDonald by standing for a minute's silence in recognition of her campaign, one she fought to the very death. Thank you, Lord Provost. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Brooks.